Hey guys, welcome back with the BMW F800GS. Today in touring configuration, we already spoke about the mods I keep on the bike to go off-road. Today we're going to do an overview of the mods I keep on the bike for long trips. But before we start, subscribe, it's free. And if you don't like free stuff, then go to my Patreon account and become a patron. Plenty of perks, and on that note, thank you very much to the patrons that make this video possible. But enough of the chit chat, let's get on it. As always, let's start from the front and let's work our way back. And let's begin with the wheels. As you guys can tell, those are more street-oriented tires. They're the Pirelli Scorpion Trail. But it's not just the tire, it's also the rim. I have two sets of rim. This rim I turned tubeless with the Audex kit so that I can install the Pirelli without tubes in it. The advantage of not having tubes when you do a lot of miles is that if you get a puncture, you can actually get one of those kit and plug the puncture in a pinch and then get where you need to go. If you guys remember from the previous video, I have the same headlight protector and the same headlight. The thing that changes up here is the screen. I put the Air Max tall screen, and for good measure, I put the X screen from MRA up here. The Air Max tall screen makes such a difference on the freeway. When it comes to the little MRA extra spoiler up here, this actually goes up, at least for me, only if it's raining outside, because if on a day like this, if you have this up, it creates so much back pressure that it feels like somebody's pushing on your head the whole time, and that's very uncomfortable. So for a normal day, I'll keep it down. When it rains, I'll move it up to give me some extra protection. This Air Max does incredibly well on the freeway, so it's plenty enough. Most of the mods on the main body of the bike are the same, because the crash bar is difficult to remove and reinstall, and so are the pegs and the little accessories that I have here and there. One thing that I do add when I go on long trips is this Aeroc pillow. If you're able to get the comfort seat from BMW, obviously that is better. But if your bike doesn't have a comfort seat from BMW, or if you don't want to spend $400 or $500 for a brand new seat, well, this is your best choice. It helps a little bit. This one is the Enduro version or the Adventure version. I can't quite remember, but they have different sizes and different shapes, and you can pick whichever one it fits best to your bike. The only notable add-on when it comes to the handlebar is actually this RAM mount with an SP Connect. This SP Connect allows me to put my phone over here, and at the same time, if I want to put a GoPro, it's actually a GoPro mount as well. There are two things that come particularly handy on the freeway. The steering damper, cranked it up all the way to hard, and this little gizmo over here that allows me to keep the throttle open for a long stretch. Other than that, everything else is the same way as when I go off-roading. Other maybe for the spoiler. When it comes to those bark busters and guards, you can actually raise the spoiler in 3 different positions. It's hot as it gets down here in Southern California, so the spoiler stays down. But if I make a trip up north where it is actually colder, those might actually come up, especially if it's raining. You guys already seen the USB port and charger that I have on the front of the bike, and that is about it. Everything else is exactly as it was to go off-road. Last thing that I install when I go on long trip or when I use the bike in town is the center stand. The center stand is very useful to do a whole array of maintenance when you're out on the road and you need to work on your bike. It's a comfort, and when you're not going off-road and the center stand is not banging all over the place, it really doesn't matter. You don't even notice that it's there. So street, center stand. The last add-ons on the bikes are the cargo net over here in the back, which today I use to carry the tripod for the camera, and the bags. Those bags, I love those bags. I know they're not the aluminum bags, I know they're not Touratech or whatever. Those are the OEM bags, the Vario bags, and they're super sturdy. They're so quick to put on and put off, and bonus, you can actually extend them quite a bit, so it becomes bigger. All three of them actually increase in size. You can lock them with the same key you use for the bike. And when it comes to put them in and put them out, it's literally 2 buttons, and there you have it. And carry it around. When you want to put it back on, you just line them up, put it in, push down, that's it. Very convenient. In my case, especially the top bag when I'm in traffic in the city running errands. This is a godsend when it comes to splitting lanes. I know it's not legal everywhere to split lanes, but if you're in a place where you can split lanes, the top box is probably the best you can get, because it's, first of all, up here, so there is nothing increasing the width of the bike itself. It's super convenient and water resistant. This one as well becomes bigger with the pull of a lever. So I'm really happy that I decided actually to get this top box. Among the 3 bags, the top box is the one that spends the most amount of time on the bike. And this is it. This is what I use to go on long trips. What do you have on your bike? What do you use to go on long trips? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. I want to know if I'm doing it wrong, or if it's way too much or not enough. For what I've seen so far, you can avoid to buy any of those things. You can buy an F800GS or now an F850GS and go on the road the way it is. I would recommend bags at the very least, because carrying stuff. But even then, you can put a duffel bag on top and a backpack. If you pack small, you can go with the bike straight out of the dealer. This is the configuration I like, that works for me. So this is it for the beautiful BMW F800GS, and maybe not so beautiful with the tall windscreen and all those other stuff. I understand it makes it look quite bulky, but it's the substance that count, and all those mods help you go further into your adventure. So there it is. If you guys like this video, obviously like, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much to my patrons that are helping me to make all of this possible. And on top of that, for all the parts I have on the bike for on-road and off-road, check the description down below. Other than that, stay safe, ride safe, and I'll see you next time. Front, and let's work our way. As always, let's start from the front and let's work out. To go on long trips. Leave a comment down below.